What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. It's Token. Welcome back to the International Premier Battle League, the IPBL. As today it is week 4. We are going to be going up against Sinister Sableye and his Miami Dolfinis. Pretty sure I got that right. This week, so I'm pretty excited for the matchup. He has a pretty strong team. I'm not too sure on his record. I wasn't able to prioritize looking at that, as it's been a busy day for me with running errands, and now I'm just here ready to get this match started. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. As always, your support is greatly appreciated. Smash that like button for me if you do end up enjoying today's battle, as well as subscribe to the channel if you are new for more Pokemon related action, mainly competitive, but I try to dibble and dabble in everything. So thank you guys. I just appreciate the support either way in your viewership. So today, yes, we are going up against Sinister Sableye and his Miami Dolfinis. And let's quickly go over his team. Should pop up on the screen shortly. But his team is going to consist of Tapu Bulu, Tornadus Eye, Milotic, Porygon 2, Crocodile, Blaziken, Cresselia, Flygon, Mandibuzz, Mawile, and Muck. So pretty strong team. Main things I'm afraid of are Cresselia, T-Wave, and everything. But I don't really have a solid answer to that. Crocodile setting up rocks because I'm hoping to be able to maybe sweep with Volcarona, so I really don't want rocks getting set up on my side of the field. Not knocking off Porygon 2 and it being a nuisance. Milotic just taking out hits, and mainly just Tornadus Eye going for its Z-move on something that I really need. Surprisingly enough, I'm not that afraid of Tapu Bulu, considering that you see that first Pokemon on your screen, Death Note, or freaking Doublade, aka Death Note. And yes, we are rocking out. Doublade was the first addition to his team, as I knew I needed a solid answer to Tapu Bulu if it was brought. I really hope it's brought because I feel like I have solid answers to it. But yeah, Death Note this week is going to be rocking out with the EVO-Lite, of course. No one runs this thing without EVO-Lite. And it's going to be rocking out with a moveset of Iron Head, Sacred Sword, Toxic, Shadow Claw, and yeah, and that's pretty much it. He's going to be rocking out with, if I can get to my team though, it's going to be rocking out with 244 EVs in HP, 172 in attack with an adamant nature, and 92 in defense. And it's actually not adamant, I meant to say brave, because we got some shenanigans going on. And ability is going to be no guard, even though that doesn't really matter. But yeah, it's the only ability that Doublade gets, which really sucks because he doesn't have many inaccurate attacks. So that really does suck. They should have given Doublade a better ability. However, though, set for Doublade to just kind of wall Tapu Bulu and just to bring a lot of utility to this game. I do have to be safe. There's no reliable recovery. I have no wish pass on this team. It's probably the biggest fault of this team is I really do enjoy having wish passing on all my teams, and I have no wish passing. So any damage that is acquired on Doublade will not be able to get recovered. There's no chance of it ever coming back. So we'll have to play a little safe with Doublade to make sure I don't get it too worn down too early in the match, and then Tapu Bulu still becomes an issue, even though I brought a backup answer. It's not nearly as solid as Doublade. So I got to make sure I keep Doublade all nice and healthy. But yeah, Doublade's going to be able to take out a lot of hits from the Tapu Bulu. Doublade also deals with Cresselia decently well. Doublade has a Sacred Sword for Crocodile, for Sacred Sword for Porygon 2, Toxic for things like Porygon 2 and Cresselia, and Mandibuzz. Mandibuzz is going to be the #1 switching into this thing. So I wanted to run Swords Dance, but I realized Toxic was my best option for the Mandibuzz. So I'm moving to Toxic stuff, really wear it down with Doublade, and just kind of wall out Tapu Bulu. Moving on from there, we get into Sneasel, aka Frieza, and Sneasel this week kind of destroys my opponent's team, barring what was the one thing that's not destroyed by Sneasel? Where is that one thing? I don't see. Oh, barring the Milotic. Barring the Milotic, even though Milotic doesn't want to take a Life Orb knockoff when it still has its item. Other than Milotic, everything's like pretty much weak to Dark or weak to Ice. So, or it's just going to take too much damage from the two, like Porygon 2. It really doesn't want its EVO-Lite knocked off, so it's just going to take a chunk of damage from it, and then it's going to be much more frail than before. And then, like, my opponent's team is extremely weak to the combination of Ice and Dark. Yeah, it's just extremely weak to that. Mandibuzz, Flygon, Tornadus Eye, Tapu Bulu, all weak to Ice and Crocodile. And then Cresselia. Oh, what the heck did I just do? And then, oh, come on, work with me. Oh my lord, what is going on? And then Cresselia, and there's something else I could have sworn that was weak to Dark, but I guess just the Cresselia. Well, Cresselia and then Porygon 2 doesn't want Cresselia's actually weak to dark. Porygon 2 doesn't want its item knocked off, so that kind of deals with what isn't weak to the Icicle Crash. I don't really see Blaziken being brought, but I wouldn't be too surprised if it was brought, considering how much pressure though this Pokemon puts on my opponent's team. I decided to run a moveset of Icicle Crash, Ice Shard, Knock Off, and Swords Dance to maybe Swords Dance up on a predicted switch out, and then have Sneasel do the amount that we might need it to do to that Milotic, so that we can kind of knock that out the way and then allow Sneasel to kind of run through my opponent's team. So barring Scarfers, Sneasel kind of runs through my opponent's team, so I'm definitely excited for what Sneasel can bring to the table for us for this week. Just got to figure out what's going to be scarfed on my opponent's team. But yeah, Sneasel has a tremendous matchup, and its EV spread for this week is going to be 20 in HP, 252 in attack to still hit as hard as possible, 4 in defense, 4 in special defense, and then 288 in speed with a Jolly Nature to outspeed everything that it can, to outspeed everything barring Scars. Next, we get into Tapu Koko, aka Cocoa Butter, and Tapu Koko this week's going to be rocking out with a move spread of Thunderbolt, U-Turn, Dazzling Gleam, and Calm Mind. So a really interesting Tapu Koko spread. I really did want to run Volt Switch just to have it, and just to pivot it with a more powerful move than U-Turn. But considering my opponent has a good amount of things weak to U-Turn in the Cresselia and the Crocodile, and Crocodile could be an obvious switching into Tapu Koko, I decided that U-Turn was something I definitely wanted. I considered 2 for a while and no Calm Mind, but then I realized that I really don't need Volt Switch. I just like Tapu Bulu's weak to U-Turn. I really just don't need Volt Switch. U-Turn's going to do what I need it to do. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And then Calm Mind is going to be nice so that I can become even a more threatening offensive power against my opponent's team, because Tapu Koko also does a number to my opponent's team, especially because this week we're rocking out with that Fairy Z to go with that Dazzling Gleam. And after we Calm Mind up, that actually gives us a chance to OHKO a really offensive Bulu, not all Bulu, a really offensive one. But I still like having that. Obviously, I will figure out based on, hopefully I figure out before I go for the Z move how bulky the Bulu is, and then I can evaluate whether or not I want to go for that Z move. But I really thought Calm Mind was just a nice option to make Tapu Koko even more threatening with its electric terrain and its very powerful Thunderbolts just coming off, and then Dazzling Gleam for what doesn't get hit hard by Thunderbolt. But yeah, Dazzling Gleam also for the Z moves, also for like anything else I'd have to, I guess a weakened Porygon 2 and a weakened, weakened Porygon 2, not the Milotic, but yeah, a weakened Porygon 2 as well. Knew I wanted to Tapu Koko definitely to pressure the Milotic, and considering that I don't have Hazard Removal this week, I did appreciate using an item this week that wouldn't be chunking my own health like Life Orb. So I think Therium Z is going to be very solid, especially with that, especially with Calm Mind, so that it can become even more powerful. We're rocking out with 20 in attack, 252 in special attack with a Rash Nature, so that's going to be special defense down, special attack up at 236 in speed. I want U-Turn to still hit as hard as possible, so I didn't really want to go modest and hurt how much U-Turn does in damage. So I decided to go to Rash Nature. Tapu Koko outspeeds my opponent's entire team. If he has some Scarfer, I'm hoping I'll be able to evaluate that. If not, then we would have been in trouble either way. So I didn't really see any scenario where it made a lot of sense for me to feel bad about my opponent having some Scarfer that can hit Tapu Koko on the special defense side. So I don't feel bad about Rash lowering its special defense. I don't plan on taking too much hits with this Tapu Koko, kind of just dishing out all the power, hopefully. So that's Tapu Koko. Then we get into Evergreen. It's the Tangrowth. It was supposed to be shiny, but I had a last minute Ginning Ginning that just happened before this, so I wasn't able to prioritize it being shiny. However, though, it is going to be Tangrowth, and Tangrowth, aka Evergreen, this week is going to be rocking out with a moveset of Giga Drain, Leaf Storm, Sludge Bomb, and Knock Off for that freaking Porygon 2, Sludge Bomb for the Tapu Bulu, thinking it's a solid answer to this, or trying to switch in on this. Giga Drain for the Crocodile, and just to be nice, and then Leaf Storm, because the combination of Giga Drain and Leaf Storm actually does enough damage to Milotic, and I'm just a little nervous about my Milotic being really annoying in this game, so I just wanted to make sure that I had a pretty powerful move to hit it with, and Leaf Storm is going to be our most powerful move. It's going to be leftovers with Regenerator and Tangrowth is going to be rocking out with a EV spread of 252 in HP, 212 in defense, with a relaxed nature, so that's defense up, minus speed, and 44 in special attack to still hit pretty hard. So Tangrowth is kind of my backup Tapu Bulu answer. If I lose or if the Death Note gets too weakened, then Tangrowth is going to come in for us and hopefully be able to tank out the grass type moves that Tapu Bulu goes for. And due to the grassy terrain and leftovers, we can even take the Mega Horn and then fire back with a very powerful Sludge Bomb, obviously ×4. So that's going to work out if we do have to do it. But I do like Death Note as an initial Tapu Bulu switch in. So hopefully it doesn't come down to that, but if it does, I feel like we do have a solid backup answer to Tapu Bulu, just knowing how strong Tapu Bulu can be. It's good to have. And then Tangrowth, especially with grassy terrain, it deals with like the Crocodile really well, the Flygon really well. Unless Flygon's like really like choice specs Bug Buzz, then that might be an issue, but I don't really envision that. Yeah, we'll see exactly what my opponent decides with that, but I do think Tangrowth is going to be a nice second wall to have, and hopefully we can use its or Sneasel's knockoff on that Porygon too. Then we get right into right, that is different than what I got here. We get right into Blobby, or Reuniclus, aka Blobby, and Reuniclus this week is going to be rocking out with another interesting move spread of Shadow Ball, Focus Blast, Recover, and Trick Room. And that is why my Doublade and my Tangrowth both have speed hindering natures, is because I am going to be running the Trick Room option again this week. We have 3 really or decently fast Pokemon, especially in comparison to my opponent's team, and especially if Volcarona gets set up. Well, yeah, that's the last Pokemon. Especially if Volcarona gets set up. All the rest of our three other Pokemon in Sneasel, Tapu Koko, and Volcarona are all pretty fast. And then the other 3 are extremely slow, so I thought Trick Room also made a lot of sense in this one to make our slower Pokemon more threatening offensively. I really wanted to get Calm Mind somehow on this Reuniclus moveset, but I just didn't see what I could take off. I need Recover to be a switch in into Thunderous Eyes. I have no other switch into Thunderous Eye. I needed Focus Blast, or when I go for Trick Room, Crocodile switches in, then I go for Focus Blast. Goodbye, Crocodile. I needed Shadow Ball for the Cresselia to avoid Cresselia be kind of just entirely walling this. I really didn't want that, so I need the Shadow Ball for Cresselia, and then obviously Trick Room is how we're gonna make our slower Pokemon more threatening. So didn't really see room for Calm Mind. I would have loved it, but I do think this Reuniclus set will still be pretty nice, and especially if the Focus Blast on Crocodile can work out well. We are going to be rocking out with a move spread of 252 in HP, 92 in special attack with a quiet nature, so minus speed, up special attack, 164 in special defense to be able to still switch in on that Thunderous Eyes Thunderbolts in electric terrain. So I do think that'll work out. And last but not, and I don't know if I went over if I missed something. Oh yeah, I did. And then last but not least, we get into Volcarona, aka Radiance, and Volcarona is hopefully going to be our setup sleeper in this one, as it just does a number to my opponent's entire team. Pretty much nothing resists the combination of Fire, Bug, and Grass on this guy. So I'm hoping Volcarona can do a lot. I just really have to be safe about. I just have to really be careful about the possibility that my opponent will try to. We'll try to get rocks on my side of the field, because Volcarona is obviously ×4 weak to rocks, so that can really hinder our ability to set up Quiver Dance and not get taken out while in the process of setting up. I do know that I can U-turn out if Tapu Bulu if Tapu Bulu is my opponent's dedicated switching into Tapu Koko, I can U-turn off that, get into Volcarona, and I can threaten that out every single time and likely go for a Quiver Dance. I will have to be careful, as my opponent might have the balls, stay in, and even though they are O-code by a Fairy Dance, stay in and then go for a Rock Slide or something and take us out. So I will have to be careful, but I don't really envision my opponent being fine with losing their Bulu, just because I'll probably be early when we go for that, so we'll see. But I do think there's a decent amount, like the Cresselia, there's a decent amount of Pokemon that this can set up on, and then hopefully I can just start to, if I don't run through my opponent's team, hopefully I can wear everything down to a point where something else can just clean up, like Sneasel or something. So that's what I'm hoping from Volcarona, just to do heaps of damage to my opponent's team and really put us in a solid position to win the game. So I'm going to be rocking out a move spread of Fairy Dance, Bug Buzz, Giga Drain, and Quiver Dance, and its EV spread this week is going to be 20 in HP, 36 in defense, so I can maybe live a Rock Slide from like Tapu Bulu or Scarf Flygon, or just Speed Tie with Flygon, because I do Speed Tie with a full speed invested Flygon, both at 100 base speed, 252 in special attack just to still hit as hard as possible with that team in nature of 196 in speed and 4 in special defense. So I'm excited to use Volcarona and hopefully be able to sweep with it. I think we're bringing a strong team. I'm just really nervous about the possibility of rocks getting up on our side of the field too much and then our walls getting worn down, mainly the dew blade a little too early. But even, I'm not running synthesis on Tangrowth, so even Tangrowth can get pretty worn down as well. So just fingers crossed that our stuff doesn't get too worn down and that we're able to use our walls as best as possible, as well as just use our offensive Pokemon really well as well, and then maybe the Trick Room strategy can come into fruition pretty well as well. So I'm excited for this game, guys. Hope you guys are as well. I'll meet you guys right at the game, as I do have my opponent waiting. He has been waiting for a little while, so I'll meet you guys at the game. Hopefully it's a good one. For now, though, deuces. And what's going on, guys? We're finally back here with Sinister Sableye now for our Week 4 game, as he's going to be wielding these Miami Dolphins, hopefully to a win for himself, but hopefully for us to a win for us. So we need another win. We lost our first 2 games. We did have a bounce back last week, but we really still need to get another win to even get to an even record, not even a winning record yet. So we need to tell off a lot of wins to bounce back from being 0-2 at the start. So hopefully this can continue our winning ways. Very interesting team that I decided to bring. Lots of Pokemon I didn't expect. Definitely didn't expect the Muck or the Mawile, not in the slightest. I could see the Flygon coming, especially if it's some weird like Choice Specs, Bug Buzz, Earth Power set. That can do a lot of work on our team. It might have to just be Choice Scarf though to kind of try to just stop a Volcarona sweep, but I still will be faster than it though after a Quiver Dance, so we'll see what happens there. Does Flygon get Stealth Rocks though? Does Flygon get Stealth Rocks? Let's just go with that. I don't know. What will my opponent lead with? Maybe the Tapu Bulu? What's a lead on his team? I guess the Flygon as well? Huh. The Flygon could definitely be a lead. I don't know what my opponent leads with. I'm going to lead with Evergreen, even though it's not shiny and it's not green, so that nickname doesn't work this time, even though it's supposed to be shiny. But I'm going to lead with Evergreen. Hope that that my opponent leads with like Tapu Bulu. That would be ideal. I really don't know. If he's Choice Bandit, then that was a terrible lead. Scotty's BFF. It's a Flygon, which I thought was likely going to be the lead. What can Flygon do to Evergreen? It can go for Fire Blast, as I know. If it's like a physical set that I'm predicting, then it can't do crap to us. And we could switch out if it does end up being a special Flygon. We can just switch out. Yeah, I want to see what it does to us. I want to see what it does. So I'm just going to knock off. I am just going to go for knockoff. Hopefully he goes for like U-turn, fearing the Hidden Power Ice. Does Flygon get Stealth Rocks though? No, it doesn't. I don't think so. U-turn comes in. You don't take that too well, so that was interesting damage. He did like 40% with that U-turn. Let's check that out. U-turn off of a Jolly Resuming lead. Yeah, that. Alright, he could be Jolly Max Attack. Likely Jolly Max Attack. We'll still have to see. But yeah, we'll still have to see. Have you seen my biking trail poster? I cannot speak. See my biking trail poster in the back, like waving back and forth. Just realized that I still do have the fan sticky hold. The opposing item was removed. That was weird. I don't know what sticky hold does. I don't know what that does. What can this? Oh, this can knock off my Dew Blade, so that's definitely not the switch in. The heck? Mug. Chroma. That's gonna do way too much. I feel like he just goes for knockoff there. And the only thing I'm fine with losing its item right now is the is my... I definitely didn't prep for this thing enough. Definitely did not. What is that doing? Oh, okay, he's at 100%. I was like, why is that doing so much damage? Alright, he still doesn't even do that much damage to us if he's not a offensive muck, but I feel like he might just go for gunshot here. But is it worth going into Doublade and likely losing our EVO? I don't think it's worth that because that's our best answer to Tapu Koko. So I definitely don't think it's worth all that. What do I switch in on this thing now? He goes for knockoff, and I go into Uniqueness. It's gonna do heaps of damage as well. It's just like I can't do much back to this thing. And if he goes for Gunk Shot, let's say he has Gunk Shot. If he has the Gunk Shot, not for Uniqueness, but for Team Growth. I know I'm running low on time. I'm gonna Giga Drain. I really don't want to switch out. And he does go for the gun. Should be able to live. Oh my god, we don't take that well. I had to scout out what he did though. I did not feel comfortable with switching into anything. So now that I know he's going for Gunk Shot, now what do I switch in? I did not prep for this thing. So I don't want to knock off on Doublade. I really want to avoid. I think I can bait the knockoff on Doublade. Hopefully I can bait it. He might have Poison Jab now. Hopefully he doesn't go for knockoff. Hopefully he doesn't go for knockoff. Because knockoff only does like, no, because he's offensive because of how much damage that Gunk Shot did. So let's go 252. Let's go Adamant. Let's go Adamant. Yeah, he's that offensive. Yeah, knockoff still does crap damage to this. Alright, good switch. Good switch, good switch. Good switch on my opponent's end. How much would a Earthquake even do to Doublade though from a Flygon? Let's go. Earthquake, yeah, does good damage, but nothing too crazy. What's the 30 of his team? What does he switch in on this? Likely the Porygon 2 or the Milotic. I can just go for I just go for Toxic. I think I just go for Toxic. I need to not let this get worn down though, so maybe I do just switch out either way and just avoid the damage altogether. He might just U-turn. My biggest fear is that he just U-turns. He has to suspect that I'm just going to go back into Tangrowth. I'm going to Toxic. And he Earthquakes. Bad play on my end. No reason to make that play this early. Yeah, there's no reason to make that play this early. Now I kind of put myself in a bind defensively against the Doublade. Does just go for a quick can. Eat that. Yeah, we eat that up. Here, I expect to switch back into Muck. I just have this Tangrowth has nothing for Muck. It has literally nothing for Muck. What does he have for my Volcarona though? He like brought no answer other than the Porygon 2 to Volcarona. How much would my Leaf Storm do to... Let's go Tangrowth. How much does Leaf Storm? Evergreen. Leaf Storm. Muck. Not Choice Bandit, but maybe a Soul Fest without them Soul Fest now. Let's do that. Let's go. Yeah, how much does Leaf Storm do? It does crap damage. It does crap damage. I'm just trying to decide what I want to switch in here because I really don't want to get... I guess Blobby getting knocked off isn't the worst. It's probably my best switching into the Muck. Yeah, and then I could just Psychic it. So yeah, we're going to do that. He withdraws probably into Muck. Chop, chop, chop. Into the Bulu, okay. Okay. Yeah, now I don't really have a switch in into the Bulu though. Let's go Blondie, let's go Bulu, tap the Bulu, let's go 150. Woodhammer can still Oko. Woodhammer can Oko. I don't see why he wouldn't go for that. Let's go Tangrowth. Mega Horn, because he obviously brought this in because he's carrying Mega Horn. Huh. I might just have to let Death Knell go down. I think that's what I'm going to do. Because with 2 Woodhammers is going to take me out. If he goes for the Mega Horn predicting Tangrowth, then we're in an alright spot. He goes for Bulk Up. That's an issue. That's an issue. I overlooked Bulk Up Tapu Bulu. That is an issue. That is a huge issue. Because how much am I even going to do now with... How much do Alright, Iron Head still does super good damage, so I'm going for that. Oh, and he's going to withdraw. Alright, that's fine. Hottie. That's the Milotic. Nope, that's this thing. And that thing's not taking Iron Heads well. What does this thing have for me, though? Oh, chill, chill, chill. What does this have? Alright, it gets Sucker Punch. I guess that's scary. I'm just gonna switch out. I guess it probably gets Pursuit too. Probably gets Pursuit. Which I'm not really afraid of. Play rough. Play rough. I just switched Tangrowth in on this thing. I could go for Fire Fang. I'm not worried about Fire Fang. Yeah, I'm gonna switch on Tangrowth. What does this thing got for me? Crunch? Okay. Okay. So I felt like we dealt with the Tapu Bulu better than I expected, especially considering it went for Bulk Up and I did not prep for Bulk Up. I completely overlooked Bulk Up in my prep. A lot of my answers to Tapu Bulu, especially from the defensive end, are going for attacks that are hitting it. Well, my main answer goes for Iron Head, so I needed to not bulk up. I'm just gonna knock off, get this thing's item out of here. Is he going to the Muxers now? That duck. Alright, perfect. We knock off this thing's EVLI. That is perfect. I'll take that any day of the week. I wish I had Leech Seed. Well, I should have went with Leech Seed over Leaf Storm. This thing probably just wants to like paralyze me. Stupid stuff like that. Or Toxic. This thing wants to Toxic or paralyze me. I'm gonna go into Death Note. We'll see what this thing wants to do. We'll see what it wants to do. But as soon as I can get this a little weakened, then Volcarona definitely sweeps. This and the Flygon. As soon as I can weaken both those. Flygon just a little bit, this a lot. And yeah, perfect. That worked out perfect. I actually think I want to Toxic this thing, but I'm afraid of a Muk switching. I don't want Muk to switch in on my Toxic. Especially now that he knows I have the Toxic. Yeah, I don't want Muk to switch in on my Toxic. Alright, he's carrying Shadow Ball. That's fine. That should do... Ooh, that does way too much damage. I'm gonna go and for Toxic in case he recovers. He does recover. So, good play staying in and going for Toxic. We are dead. I'm gonna keep this around for Death Fodder. Unless I can, if I could get a Trick Room up, we can actually still use this thing. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna keep this around. I'm not sure what I want to switch in. No, I think it has to be Reuniclus. Reuniclus will take those. We'll take those Shadow Balls like no tomorrow. I don't want to deal with him also having. Not that type of Took that. Let's take your EV light off. Oh yeah, 50 seconds. We're fine. We are fine. No longer has EV light. We do decent damage with Thunderbolt. It's still nothing crazy. So Tapu Koko is definitely not the switch. I'm gonna go into Reuniclus. Should take this alright. Yeah, we can recover that off. As long as we don't get any special defense drops, we should be fine. Once this thing speeds 60, and what is Reuniclus speed? 30, perfect. Trick Room it is. Trick Room it is. We're going to set up a Trick Room, and then we're going to try to just damage this thing. If it stays in, then we're just going to try to go for like a... Well, we're going to recover first, then we'll go for like a Focus Blast. I think that might be a 4-hit KO. Pretty sure it is. How much is that? Yeah, Focus Blast is going to do heaps of damage now. We can almost kill. We can honestly almost kill this thing. We're not even, because this is a calm one, and it still says, "Are you defensive tank?" I think I go for it. I'm gonna go for the Focus Blast. Because if we get rid of this thing, I feel like Volcarona just has such an easy job of sweeping at that point. Well, obviously we'll Flygon with a little bit less health because we don't Oko. I don't think we Oko Flygon at +2, and then it could just go for Rock Slide. So we need Flygon and a little bit less health, and then I think Volcarona can sleep. We don't miss. Let's just take it out. Yes! Woo! Let's go. First KO of the game. Reuniclus takes out Porygon 2 with Focus Blast. Trick Room coming through. Reuniclus coming through like it always does for me. I love this Pokemon. I love it, I love it, I love it. Alright, we'll see what my opponent decides to go into. They can, I don't think they go into the Muk. Is Muck slower than us? I highly doubt Muck is slower than us. Muck is 50. Yeah, this is not slower than us. All I do is Psychic. Oh, I don't have the Psychic, and he probably knows that. I don't have Psychic, and he likely knows that. Fucking 15. So fast on. None of my attacks do anything to this thing. Oh, crap. That is. Oh, that's very smart on his end, just going right into this. That is very smart. I'm gonna spend one turn recovering and see what this thing wants to do. If it wants to knock me off, that's fine. That's fine. Fling. It had to fling for me. I thought Sticky Hold doesn't allow its item to go. Oh, and that Oko's no. No, 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 no. Oh my lord, no. Crap. Oh, great play. Great play, great play. I looked at Fling just for a little bit on Muck. I looked at it just for a little bit. And that's my own fault for overly prioritizing having a way of hitting that Cresselia and not just going with Psychic, considering that Cresselia was so heavily threatened. Cresselia was so heavily threatened by so many other Pokemon on my team that it didn't really make sense for me to not run to run Shadow Ball just for Cresselia, not just run Psychic. Should have ran Psychic, I would have been able to OHKO this thing and could have avoided all that. So that was really bad on my end, just in prep right there. What I'm looking at now is how much Doublade can do to this thing. And it looks like it still can't knock it out, but at least it'll do something. Doublade's pretty much death fodder at this point, though. If it doesn't kill this, it's pretty much death fodder. So yeah, I go for an Iron Head. I don't know how many turns. I should have looked at the amount of turns of Trick Room that were left as well. I think 2 were left. I'm not sure. Really good play for my opponent, though. That was just terrible on my end, not having Psychic. I should have so had Psychic. Because then, oh my god, I just obliterate that Mug. And Cresselia, it's just so heavily pressured by Doublade, by Volcarona. It made sense why he didn't bring it. And I should have thought of that more. Alright, we have another turn of Trick Room. I'm definitely slower, so I'm definitely going to prioritize Toxicking this Pokemon since it's not Flame Orb. That would have been a beautiful turn to bring that in if it was Flame Orb, but it's not. So I'm going to Toxic this thing and put this thing on a timer. And it just allows me to run out Trick Room, so we don't really need it anymore. We really don't. Here I go right into Tapu Koko, Twisted Dimensions in. I go right into Tapu Koko. So we are down right now. We have lost our Unicus to the Flame. We lost our Doublade to the Skull. Going to Tapu Koko here. Let's just make sure this OHKOs. I doubt I'm even going to go for it. I think I go for Calm Mind here. I think. It may not be the play, but I think. Where's my Tapu Koko set? There it is. This is slow on my loaded. Yeah, this definitely takes out my loading, so do I Calm Mind though? Let me look at my opponent's team again. Yeah, I want to Calm Mind here. So I could see the Porygon 2 coming in. So I'm going to Calm Mind. Oh, stays in. Why would you stay in? Why would you stay in? Yup, makes sense. And that was the exact reason why I thought that the only way I saw this staying in was for it to go for Miracle. And now, I should definitely take it out. Even if it's really specially defensive. Let's look at it. Let's look at my load. So I guess it's like 252 in that. Let's bolt that first. Yeah, I definitely obliterate this thing. So yeah, let's just go for Thunderbolt now. He does have the berry. This should still take him out through Electric Terrain and +1 now. Definitely does. Awesome. Now he has to go into a Scarf Flygon, which I'm presuming it is Scarf. I'm sorry, that was so dark, and I did not realize how dark it was. I completely forgot that the sun just went down and that I needed to turn my lamp on. Sorry about that, guys. I do apologize. I think that's the first time I've had a video where the sun went down in the middle of it. So now the Flygon has to come in. Flygon, show me your face. Yep, there we go. This reveals that Flygon is definitely Scarfed. Would he even chance? Yeah, I don't even chance. Yeah, there's no chance, no worldwide chance that he isn't Scarf and that he doesn't go free key. There's no worldwide chance that. Yep, and he is Scarf and he goes free key. Because he gets 6-0'd if he doesn't do that. So, well, not 6-0'd, 4-0'd if he doesn't do that. The game ends. The game ends if I was to stay in. So he had to make that play. He's now locked into Earthquake. What does he bring in on this? The Milotic's dead. The Porygon 2's dead. I think the Muck is still alive though. It's the one thing I need to be gone. I'm gonna switch into Sneasel here. Because he likely switches out. Probably into Muck. Clop, clop. Or Bulu. That works too. I wish I would have stayed in if there was the Bulu though, because I do have Sludge Bomb for this. So I wish I would have stayed in on that. But, Bulu should not be able to live this. Tap for Bulu and Choice Band and ooh, at full health he does live. Especially if he actually has some defense investment, then he definitely lives. Do I still just go for it though? So he's just gonna go for like a Supercar. Might just go for a Wood Hammer or the Mega Horn. Yeah, I don't want to chance this not killing. I don't want to chance that not killing. As he goes for Brick Break. Yeah, I thought that did too much damage. That's actually a really unfortunate crit. Or the possibility of a Mega Horn. Let's see the Mega Horn again. How much does that do? Please just put in Mega Horn. Not Sneasel. Let's go back to Tangrowth. Shouldn't kill. He goes for Bulk Up. That should not matter. Sludge Bomb should kill him unless he has Special Defense investment. It's just times perfected. Let's go. Let's go. So Tangrowth knocks out the Bulu. I'm glad I didn't chance the possibility that that Icicle Crash didn't kill. I feel like he might even have to bury for it. I'm sorry about the botchiness of my sound right now. I don't know what's going on with my capture card, but it does do that from time to time. But yes, I did not want to chance that. I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad I didn't go with chancing that. I still don't have a switch in into this though. Something might just have to go down. How much would that? Yeah, something might just have to go down. I think this might be Tangrowth's run. This might be where it ends for Tangrowth. So I don't have a switch in for this. I far from have a switch in into this. So how much is that gonna do? How much would this do? Let's go Muck. Let's do this Sylvan set. Let's take this Sylvan off again. Let's go 9. Let's go Gunk Shot. Let's go Volcarona. It's probably not worth it either way, but just want to check. Yeah, it does way too much damage to Volcarona. Definitely not worth it. I have to stay in here. I guess I just go for a. Go back to Tangrowth one more time. I guess I just go for a Leaf Storm. Yeah, I'm just gonna go for a Leaf Storm. Does the most damage. Hopefully we hit. He hits his Gunk Shot. Does an Oko. Does poison this time though. We do hit our Leaf Storm as well. Solid damage, but he is going to get the recovery from. He is going to get the recovery from the grassy terrain, so that probably definitely puts him out of knockoff range, but still solid damage to have off on the Muck. Everything else is going to outspeed it though, and probably would have took it out if that health it was at before, so not a huge deal, but just nice damage to have off on it. Don't have a switching into this. Probably has to go for another Gunk Shot. Has to risk the biscuit. And sorry if I look down at my phone. I'm just getting blown up with text right now, and just wanted to make sure none of them were urgent because I was getting blown up. Just goes for the Rock Slide now. Yeah, I'm not switching out. I'm not switching out. He does get the flinch though. He does get the flinch. So Sticky Hold allows you to keep your item. That is good for me to know for future reference. It's awesome. Sticky Hold allows you to keep your item. I still don't switch out. I don't switch out. There's no scenario where I switch out. I don't really need Tangrowth anymore. I think Flygon's at health or Sneasel takes it out. Frieza. He misses the Rock Slide now. I get another knockoff off. It does solid damage. Let's go Flygon. Let's get this at a regular amount of health. Yeah, Ice Shard Okos with the Life Orb, so. I'm just gonna go for knockoff again. I just don't want to chance the Gunk Shot now. As it goes for an Ice Punch, I should have just went into Coco. I was about to just go into Coco, but didn't want to risk it. Alright, so now his Muck is at a ridiculously low amount of health. Should definitely be able to take it out with a Dazzling. Excuse me. Should definitely be able to take it out with a Dazzling Flame now. Yeah, definitely takes it out. I just go into Sneasel and knock off actually. Because what else does he have left? He does have the Melodic. But yeah, a double knockoff, that should be enough damage though. Should be enough damage. Sorry that I'm looking back down at my DS again, it's just such a bad habit of mine. But yeah, gonna go for the knockoff. Should be able to take this thing out. And then it's just the Milotic comes in. Comes to this dude Milotic. Sneasel. Oh, he sells this thing. Forgot about this thing. Did I kill my Milotic then? Yeah, I definitely killed my Milotic. What killed my Milotic? Oh yeah, the Thunderbolt. He tried to stay in and go from there. Forgot about that. Yeah, this is game then. This is Mawile. All out attacker. Actually, I can't do much to this. I can't do much at all to this. What if I go into Tapu Koko? It does good damage with a player up, and that's likely what it's gonna go for. I do knock it out after that, and then Sucker Punch doesn't do crap to me. I gotta keep this around for just the Flygon. Gotta keep it around for the fly. I should have actually went into Volcarona here. This is actually the... Unless he goes for Rock Slide. Here, but I think the playoff makes the most sense. Playoff easily makes the most sense. Iron Head. Oh yeah, I went into the wrong Pokemon. It's fine now. Sucker Punch definitely doesn't take us out. We take this out. Yeah, we take this out and then we win the game. So yeah, Thunderbolt. Oh, okay, good play. Good play on my opponent's end. Really good play, actually. I didn't even give that thought, and that is bad on my end. Volcarona. How well does it take Earthquakes from a Volcarona? How well does it take Earthquakes from a Scarf Flygon? Does not take them well enough. Not even slightly. So yeah, that was actually a really good play. I'm just gonna go for the Dazzling Gleam, but he just EQs here, knocks me out. Yeah, this is a little tricky. It's got a little bit more tricky than I would have liked it to, but from there, I think I can just go for a Quiver Dance, and I should win the game. If I'm +2. Yeah, I definitely knocked this thing out. +2 with the Bug Buzz, and he should knock me out with an Earthquake. In no world should he knock me out with an Earthquake. But then that should put me at enough health. Does that put me at enough health where the Mawile can revenge me though? With a Sucker Punch. How much does Mawile Sucker Punch do you? Huh. I don't like those odds. He can even be adamant. I need Volcarona to beat the Mawile. But here, if I go into Sneasel, he just goes into Mawile. I guess I can Swords Dance up. What else do I do if I'm Swords Dance up? Yeah, if I'm Swords Dance up, I can definitely beat that freaking thing. And do I get O-Code? Let's make sure. Flygon. I do not get O-Code by a Trick Guard. 150. Oh, I am possibly O-Code by an Earthquake. He has to switch here. Do I have to make this play? I'm not sure I have to make this play. What is Mawile's health? I'm not sure. I'm gonna go for it. I feel he has to switch out. So I just go for Ice Shard. You have to know I have Ice Shard. You have to switch out. That might have been the wrong play. He's thinking about it so heavily. I hope I didn't screw this up. Really hope I didn't screw this up, because this was definitely our game, so I'm hoping I didn't screw this up. Way too much going through my head right now, though. That is the issue. What is your play? Do you go out into Malwow? So you go out into Malwow and I swords dance, I win the game. Easily win the game. If you kill me with this Earthquake, you might just win. You likely win. It's a combination of Earthquake and a... Oh, he stayed in. Oh, he withdrew. He withdrew. Oh, oh my lord. That gave me a heart attack. Gave me a freaking heart attack. Oh, let's go. Frieza. Sneasel, aka Frieza, gonna come through for us with the victory. We're gonna win a 2-0 against Sinister Sableye. Oh, he might have not even had the knockoff. He might have not even had the Sucker Punch, or maybe he just realized that he had to. That was Choice Scarf? That thing was, oh my lord, that is the slowest Choice Scarf Pokemon I've ever seen. Wow. But yeah, he might have not realized. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Really good game. Barely gonna win a 2-0. Fantastic freaking game, man. You played, oh, you played so well. Definitely played really well to get it to this point. Whew. Oh, fantastic freaking game. Oh man, we needed that one. We needed that one. GG Sinister Sableye, guys. Thank you so much for watching, but definitely link below. Definitely check out Sinister Sableye's channel. Definitely go watch his side of the battle, see how he was feeling throughout all of it. As you can see how I was feeling, and that was freaking intense for me. That was freaking intense. I'm gonna save that replay. That was freaking intense. Oh man, whew. That was intense, because if he stayed in and he EQ'd and he killed us, then it was going to be rough if he had the combination of Sucker Punch and Earthquake, fast Earthquake to go for on our Volcarona. That could have caused us so many issues. So, woo! That's just a good game to win. That was a solid game to win. We didn't make the best plays. We didn't make the best prep. There was no reason why I should have had Shadow Ball and Reuniclus. If Cresselia walled me, Cresselia walled me. I had a Doublade and I had a freaking a Volcarona with a Lumberry for its Thunder Wave. Like, if it walled me, it walled me. There's no reason for me to have Shadow Ball. I could have used, so Reuniclus could have been used much better. Could have knocked out that Muck. Could have been in a beautiful spot. Reuniclus could have probably just got it. Could have brought us to the promised land, and we could have been in a fantastic position with Reuniclus. But unfortunately, I didn't bring Psychic. Put me in a way worse spot. But however, though, guys, that's what Pokemon's all about, bouncing back from mistakes and just learning from them in the long run, because you can't repeat them, but definitely just being able to bounce back from them, recuperate, and get yourself back in a better position. I felt we were able to do that at the later ends of those battles, especially with like the Sludge Bomb on Bulu, knocking that out, going for Calm Mind on the Milotic and not allowing it to go for Miracle on us if it was going to live that initial Thunderbolt. So just some pretty good plays we made that got us the win in the long run. Can't take anything away from Sinister Sableye, though. He played a fantastic game, and I really hope you guys do watch his end of the battle, as he deserves credit for how well he did play in that game, though. But thank you guys, though. We are going to be 2-2 now. We're back on track. We're still gonna get in those playoffs. I'm promising you guys. We're gonna work our way back into the playoff fray. 2-2, back at an even record. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling better about the team. Still sucks with no wish passing, but we're going to make it work. We have really good offense, and we got some reliable recovery. We got some regenerators. We're going to make this work. It's going to be a fantastic season. I hope you guys continue to enjoy the ride. I'm going to get the heck out of here, though, guys. For now, peace.